I was dancing. You guys caught me dancing. Listen, I'm so sorry. I thought that it would be cool if I hit 10,000 subscribers and then forgot how to use YouTube and StreamYard. So, nothing like making you feel like you're showing up to an amateur show here. Christy thought she was going to a pro show. Listen, guys, if you're not already familiar with my friend who's joining me tonight, my extra special guest, you need to get familiar. She's on Instagram, passing out reseller knowledge like daily. And I think the only platform she's not on is YouTube. So maybe tonight we can peer pressure her into it. If you don't already know her, she goes by Mom's Closet Texas. And I just always call her Christy Mom's Closet Texas. So let's find out exactly what she wants to be referred to as. You guys throw some hand emojis in there and put your hands together for Christy. Okay, here she is. Hey, Christy.
Hi.
I'm so sorry for all the mic issues.
That's okay.
Girl, I was really struggling. Let me explain in the chat, guys. I hooked up my ring light to the right side, and then so that meant that I needed the USB on the left for my mic, and I've never hooked it up over there. And I think it was reading it as headphones, and I
hijacked it somehow.
I'm telling you, I had some serious trouble. Christy, I'm so excited that you're here.
Yay.
Okay. Picture this as a FaceTime, just a video call, and these people just happen to be here listening to everything we say like stalkers, okay? I'm just kidding.
Oh, yes, yeah, everybody.
Yeah, let's see who all's here. Melanie is here and really excited to see you. Christopher is here and he is still abroad. So he's staying up until the wee hours of the morning just to hang out with us.
I just picked up some Jerusalem postcards and I was thinking about him.
Really? Nice. He's been doing a little bit of sourcing too. So I can't wait to see. Maybe he'll show everyone on Instagram the stuff that he sourced. Cool. Christopher Nutter is here. Hello. And Patricia is here. Guys, my parents are here tonight. They said I know, right? They said they might not be super chatty. They are I would say still flooded in, but Dad actually got out. When they woke up this morning, they were very much flooded in. For those of you guys that don't know, their town took the direct hit from the hurricane last night. And last night, it was like 8 hours of the day yesterday. The most slow moving hurricane I think I've ever heard. At one point I texted him and I was like, it's moving at 8 miles an hour. I can run this fast. And my dad,
I'm back home.
Right? To which my dad says, wow, it's really slow. And I was like, did you just call me slow? Because I said I run that fast. And that's like if I'm really sprinting. But yeah, guys, it was a heck of a day for them. So they're here, but their service is super spotty. So he said if he's in and out of the chat, don't mind him. I'm sure he'll respond to anything as much as he can. But let's see here. Danny Yard Sales and Dreams is here. Hello, Danny. And we've got Happy Peach Thrifts. She is so excited to see you here. She was telling me on Instagram that she is excited to see you here.
She was a bully last week.
Yeah?
Just kidding. She was one of the ones that messaged me that you told everybody to message me. She was one of them.
Oh, yeah. That was a lot of fun. So you came back in the chat last, like you didn't come back until after the chat, but you saw us all chit-chatting and talking about you last week after you left. It was a lot of peer pressure. Were you cracking up laughing or were you rolling your eyes like, would you let me hold hands with my husband and leave me alone?
Just watch Netflix. But no, it was fun. It was funny.
My son just asked me if we could get Netflix because he said the Goosebumps series is on Netflix right now.
Ooh.
And I was like, I think you watched all of those when you were younger. He was like, yeah, I want to watch them again. Here's our friend Chrissy is here. Hello, Chrissy. Let's see. Thrift and Flip is here. Stay safe, Gene, and anyone else affected. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's craziness. Petey is here. Hello, Petey. Thanks for stopping into Delo's Whatnot yesterday and supporting him. I really appreciate you. And your kids you should finally be getting your package really soon. Sue's along the way is here. Hello. Excited to be here. AZ Cats from Arizona here. Congrats again. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I feel like I missed everyone's tags and everything yesterday, and I posted like a kind of an apology on my Instagram story. I was like, I'm really sorry, because I usually like to, if someone tags me in a story, I always want to repost it. Even if you're seeing the same thing 80 times in my story, I'm going to repost it. I just really appreciate people that, do stuff like that. And I didn't yesterday. It was my mind was not there. We had power outages along the roadways and flooding, but at home we are good. I'm so glad to hear that,
I was
Christy.
checking in with everyone.
I know. I was messaging her. Hey, how's everything going? And how are you? I don't think she slept real well thinking about it last night. Danny says, I'm organizing my work area tonight. Was trying to make a video about it. Then I broke a $125 lamp. Killed my mood. Oh, everything's harder when you're trying to make a video about it. Like,
no.
But you do like reels and stuff on your Instagram.
Yeah, I started doing that.
Yeah. I made a reel earlier. Did you get to see it?
You caught your kitchen on fire?
I started a fire in my kitchen. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So listen, guys, little PSA here. I took these two, the generic Chewy Chips Ahoy they're vegan. They don't have any milk in them. And I wanted 2 of them, and they're better if you heat them up. It tastes like your grandma made them or something. And so I've put them on paper towels regularly, or a napkin or something. We don't really use a whole lot of paper towels at our house. We use cloth napkins. And so I had some paper towel or napkins that were like a Halloween print from actually last Halloween. And I got one out and I put it in the microwave, put 2 cookies on it, 30 seconds. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there texting, actually, Christopher, I buy Chit. I'm texting him and I hear whoosh, and I look down and there's a fire in the microwave. And all along the outside edge, it's like on fire.
Metallic? It must have been metallic or something.
Something. And someone on Instagram said that there's a chemical in decorative napkins. You can't microwave decorative napkins. I'm like, there should be a label.
Right. Yeah. You think
something should be there to tell you not to. So I open up the microwave, which I don't even know if that was a good idea, because I probably just fed it oxygen. The flames are like, I don't know. They're getting close to the top of the microwave. It is still very much on fire. It does not go out. And I was like, I gotta, and I had these little crystal vases that I just bought at the auction, and I like sprinted over to my sink, got like 2 seconds of water, and went over there and doused the daggum cookies and the microwave and the napkin, all because I didn't want to use a plate, because I didn't want to wash a plate. And then I had to wash my whole microwave.
Yeah.
And it smelled smoky. And my oldest son was home with me, and I was like, Dello, I just started a fire. It was bad. It was a bad deal. Baldy Pal is here. Hey, Adam, how's it going, man? Let's see here. You guys are so sweet. Telling mom and dad that you're praying for them and everything. Woo, I thought it was late. No, Drew, I had some mic issues. You were not late, honey. Victoria. Hey, that's my Aunt Vic there. I'm pretty sure that is Vic there. I mean, unless someone else would have the exact same first and last name.
I did not want my family to watch.
No, later. You really? Oh, I hope they're watching.
I'd be more nervous if they were watching.
Really?
That's okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'm making like reels or something, and everyone's just sitting there looking at me, and I'm trying to like, talk to the camera, which is always a little bit different than how you talk to other people, and it's annoying when someone's watching you.
Yeah, I'm locked in my bathroom, so.
You do everything in your bathroom. You need to tell everybody how, like, you have a whole reel about everything.
This is my clothing rack. Yeah.
That's insane. You do have a pretty good sized bathroom, though.
Yeah, it has like a big, like, walkway, almost vanity section. And so that's just kind of where I do everything.
This isn't a family member here, right? Mm-mm. We'll try to spot your family in the chat. Judy Thrifting KC style.
I sold something.
What is it? Did you just now cha-ching?
Yeah, I just cha-chinged.
Get out of here. I didn't even hear it. What was it? What'd you sell?
Oh, I don't do sounds. I sold a like Y2K punk Skulls and Roses hobo shoulder bag for 70. Well, they paid 76 total with shipping.
Nice.
$60.
Skulls and Roses. So very like Ed Hardy style.
Yep. It's called Iron Fist.
Nice. Wow, I caught another live. I'm glad you're here, Carla. Here's my girl, Mary. Here we go. Mary was like really pushing for me to hit 10K over on Cats live on Tuesday. That's what happened. Nice. And this girl was like, she was waving some pom-poms in the biggest way. She was being super supportive. Yeah, let me try to scroll down here. I want to say hi to everyone, but I'm going to try to scroll down. Matt is here. Hello, Matt Lone Wolf. Matt, are you going to get back on Instagram?
Anthony's the instigator.
He is. I think it was all his idea. Yeah, he's so funny. I wish he would get on YouTube too. Hey, he should be the next person that we pressure to be on the show.
It's true.
I feel like it. I feel like he would do really well because he's always got, look at all these. They're all clapping for you because I said give her a round of applause. That's how far behind we are. Look at this. Hey, Christy, Clap, clap, clap. Hello, hello. Whoops. I stay behind. Like, yeah, I can't. Gibby's Girls is here. Hello, hello. They're still clapping. Dang. There's claps everywhere. Clap, clap. You guys are the best. Marie, hello. My grandma's name was Marie. I don't see a whole lot of Maries.
My middle name.
That's your middle name?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Tell everybody a little bit about you, Christy. Like, you're in San Antonio, Texas.
I am. I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
How long have you been reselling?
Officially, like as kind of more of a job, just about 2 years. But my eBay account is from 2001, and I had one actually in the 90s, but I started another one in 2001, and I would sell Gymboree clothes and Disney costumes and just stuff like that on the side, but I'd buy too. And then throughout the years, I kind of sold sometimes, but not a lot. Just like, okay, we're cleaning this closet. We're going to sell Lego. We're going to sell video games. And
I can't sell Lego.
I know. I sold a lot. And then 2020 came and I had a kid at home and my husband was at home and I was terribly anxious and bored because I used to volunteer. I used to do all these things and I was trapped in my house. And so I had a college kid home that he was doing his classes. I had a 8th grader doing his classes. My husband had to work. I was like, I need to do something. So yeah, 2020 is when I picked it up as like a part-time job.
Nice. Well, 2020, I feel like that was a time a lot of people started reselling.
But it wasn't like foreign to me. I had a lot of feedback already on eBay. I would always list up to 10 things a year. I mean, not a lot, but yeah. So it wasn't totally foreign.
And probably bought on there too, got feedback that way. Like that's a way to get feedback that a lot of people don't think about. Like buy some of those like 50-cent items with free shipping that come over from China or something, you know, like get some feedback that way. Robert, I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for being in. Coco and Chewy are here, and I hope that you guys are doing great down there in the great state of Florida as well. Dawn, seriously praying for your friend's dad. Update us when you hear something. Yeah, that's Fort Myers just got absolutely slammed. I don't think there could have been any more water.
He's Throwback Threads on Instagram.
Who's that?
Dawn is Throwback Threads, I think 66.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. The Artful Journey. Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. You had me at y'all. Congrats on the 10K. So being from Texas, is y'all like an integral part of your vocabulary?
Yeah, I've been here 18 years, but
you got to, speaking of Texas and being all Western and Southern and stuff, you got to thrift with Drew today. Did you guys thrift together?
Yeah, we went to Goodwill.
Because I saw him post the boots and he was like, you know, you're in a San Antonio or a Texas Goodwill when you see this. And it was like racks of cowboy boots.
Yeah. Yep. So I helped him get some stuff to the post office because he was kind of stranded. I mean, he could have Ubered or walked, but I'm not far. So took him to the post office. We went to Whataburger, which is another Texas thing.
It is. Did you take him to HEB? Because that's kind of Texas.
I thought about it, but now I asked him if he needed to go to the grocery store, but I forgot. But then we went to the Goodwill. That's the Goodwill boutique and a regular one. And
I've never been to a Goodwill boutique. I want to.
Yeah. That's where I got that Coach sweater for $30 and I sold it for $120.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to fly wherever I'm going to look up where's a Goodwill boutique. I should look it up right now. Goodwill boutique closest to me. Guys, if you don't know, the Goodwill boutique has like the really crazy good brands.
I mean, they pay, I don't know. They charge more, obviously, but I only bought one of these unicorn sweaters for $30 and they had probably 10 there. And I didn't buy it.
Oh, really? The one that, you sold it for, what'd you say, 120?
Yep.
Okay, Goodwill boutique locations. I'm going to look up the closest one to me. I will drive. Let's see. Type in my zip code here. Within 100 miles. There's not going to be one within 100 miles. I already know that. What other address or zip should I put in? Should I put in like St. Louis and see within 100 miles of St. Louis if there's one? Or like Nashville or something? No locations found. I'm just going to click boutique locations. Okay.
They also call it Accents, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's the one in our town is called Accents.
Oh, guys, there's nothing. I'm gonna have to find a city that might be close by. Mrs. Frugal Trash to Cash
Hi,
is here.
Julie. She's
I'm
my
glad
baby.
that she's here. Drew's having trouble keeping up with everybody. I'm gonna try to scroll down, guys, because I'm 10 minutes behind in the chat. I'm so sorry. Let me say hi to everyone that I haven't. Hi, ladies and everyone watching. Hope you all are having a great day. Prayers to everyone impacted by EM. I was watching your 50 listings a day video when this popped up. I'll need to go back. Gretchen, thank you. I'm glad. Hey, I don't mean to spoil it or anything, Gretchen, but I got the Bronco out of that deal. So keep watching and you'll see how that ends. What's the craziest thing you ever sold, Christy? I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay. So I put this on my Instagram a few months ago, but I went to an estate sale and they had an Usik. Do you know what that is? It's OOSIK.
I don't think so. Is that some type of like an instrument or something?
No, it is the fossilized bone of a walrus. It's a penile bone of a walrus.
I remember you posting about this. Okay, carry on.
And I looked at it. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And it had a cute little tag that said something about, I don't know, yours will never be this big. And here's this interesting plaque. And you can put it on the wall of your house. And I had it up and I had tons of interest. And I think I did it as an auction. And then one guy messaged me and he goes, hi, is this authentic or a replica? And my brain went, what? So we looked at it and it was a replica. It wasn't real. So I took it down and I was like, dang it. I could have gotten like $200-$300 for this thing. And I was like, oh, it's not real. It was resin. But this lady messaged me and she's like, what happened to the Usik? I really want to buy it as my boss's retirement gift. And I said, it's fake. I'm sorry. She goes, well, that's okay. It's just for funny anyways. So basically I only lost about $15 instead of losing like 75. I sold it to her for 100. And
that's insane. So it was a resin mold of a fossilized walrus.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's wow.
That was probably the most interesting thing I ever sold.
I would say
I thought I was out $75. I'm like, I'm out the money because I was stupid. But she wanted the fake. And by the time I paid shipping and fees, I was out about 15.
That's insane. That's crazy. I have to stop. Well, Vintage Chick 64 is here. Hello, Vintage Chick. And I have to say something about this one because I told you my son was home when I set the microwave fire. And I said, Dello, all this just to avoid washing a plate, to which he looks at me and says, you don't wash the plates. Because he's responsible for the dishes. And so he totally had a point and I was dying laughing. And that's what Drew said. You don't wash the plates. Once my niece wanted to start the timer on the microwave and started the heating element instead, empty microwaves catch fire too. Yeah, I've heard that you don't want to run it empty. Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Foil wrapped butter in the microwave, very bad. Nice. I'm here. Did anything happen while I was gone? Nope. You didn't miss a thing. I was late, man. I was late. Mom Knows Treasures is here. Hello. Let's see. You turn off the cha-ching. They're crazy or thinking that you're crazy. I never have my sound on either. I just can't. Like notifications will go off all day.
My watch will vibrate.
So. Yes, that's how I am. And I just looked down and noticed that I don't have my watch on. And I'm like, that means I didn't wear my watch to the soccer game. And none of those steps count because, you know, we coach. And now I remember Drew was rubbing my arms and I took it off and he was giving me a massage because he's the real MVP. If you guys aren't aware, if you like this live while we're live, then you're guaranteed to have a sale during the live. Has that ever happened for you, Christy?
Not as often as you say that it does. It did tonight.
I need to give you your money back. That's all you had to do was come on the show, as it turns out. We all want a bag of money for being the billionth live on YouTube. Yeah. Nice. I'm far less interested in real life, I assure you. Do you think we could talk him into being on here?
Maybe.
Everyone go to Anthony Makes Change on Instagram and tell him he needs to be on the show. Ping, hello. I guess I'll catch the 2 billionth instead. I can't believe I'm at 10K because of all you guys. You're rock stars. Hello, Courtney. Watch your latest video. Thanks for the shout out. You're awesome. Oh, okay. My parents like always love to watch Bolo Buddies. Like I'm on vacation down there and I walk in, like the family spent the day at the beach. I walk in, my parents were there and they have Courtney up on the TV. And I was like, are you really watching reseller content right now? Because they're both resellers. And anyway, she shouted them out in her last video. It was really cool. Just sold a bracelet, paid $1, sold for $49.60, all because I hit that thumbs up. See? Courtney knows what's up. I'm telling you. I hit the thumbs down and got a return
before it started.
Do what?
I already hit the thumbs up before it started.
See? You were excited about this one already? I can't believe I got the thumbnail out so late. I was like, it was very late this morning. This is the reason why you never want to hit the thumbs down. You'll get a return request. Do you have any pending return requests recently?
Yeah, they're all shoes. All 3 are shoes.
Really?
But that's okay. One of them, I think they may not mail it back, so I'm just waiting.
I had someone request one that they didn't end up mailing it back. Actually, tomorrow on the Let's Do Lunch podcast, I talk about 3 return requests that I got recently because I don't accept returns. So if you guys want to hear all about them, I'm just plugging the podcast here. We hit over 500 subscribers already. Funny enough, I'm wearing this sweater in the podcast, and I got to show you guys this sweater. Do you recognize this, Christy? Okay, you guys comment and tell me what kind of cat this is. Is this a cougar? Is this a puma? What is it? I got this from Christy's Poshmark closet.
And I got it on Whatnot.
Oh, really? Nice.
I was just kind of trying out Whatnot, seeing what it was all about, and was in some random and bought it.
Palmdale says, vintage or question, why do people say that INADs affect your matrix when there's only 2 reasons for defect? Transactions you canceled for being out of stock or cases closed without seller resolution? Yeah, I don't think that they necessarily affect your metrics unless you're like me and you get an INAD and you refuse to give them the refund because I will make eBay like push it through and like see if they actually escalate it to a case because they might not.
So I accept all returns. I just kind of, I don't know who I listened to, I think a while back, and I just decided to do it. And I accept all returns because then you don't get the INAD. It's kind of the way it works. And then
Angie says that a lot.
Yeah. I think cases closed without seller resolution would be a INAD coming. Well, the INAD forces the return. And then the cases closed without seller resolution is just someone trying to get it. And I don't know. So
I think so when a buyer opens an INAD, it doesn't automatically go to a case.
No.
Yeah, and so if they
like try to fight it and say no,
that's me. I hit the thumbs up waiting for my ching. Hello, Snowberry Vintage. Women's cowboy boots are selling like hotcakes for me lately. I gotta catch up with you guys. Kathy wants to know, are Goodwill boutiques stocked with mall brands? Oh, they're oh, really? What's the best brands you see there?
Well, today it was like mall brands, but when I was there a while back, they had a ton of Coach. But then there was another thrift store in town that had Coach too. So I think there was something where Coach Outlet dumped.
That's insane. That would be so cool. Look at this little guy. Say hi, Israel.
Beauty.
I told him, I was like, if it's mommy's show, you can come down and say hi. If it's someone else's show, we probably shouldn't. But on my show, you can come say hi. Did you come say hi just because it's mine?
Yeah,
hey,
but Daddy said I can only come down when it's time for me to get ready for that. He didn't let me. He didn't let me.
He's telling on Drew. Hey, tell Grammy and Papa hi. They're watching.
Hi, Grammy and Papa.
I'm sorry, but you think that the Goodwill outlet probably?
No, I think, the Coach outlet, I think, donated to, there was 2 thrift stores that I went to within a week of each other, and they all had Coach.
Get out of here. I can't believe that they would donate it.
I only bought 2 things.
Girl, I would have been in heaven. I love Coach. I really do. I don't love necessarily like the new Coach signature, but I still would buy it for resale. Artful Journey wants to know where in Texas you're from because they're from Waco.
I just got back from Waco. I was there Monday and Tuesday, but I'm in San Antonio. I love Waco.
Let me see here. Joe Childress says, hello from San Francisco. Caught you on the Nurse Flipper and subscribe. Thank you so much. Hey, lady, love your show. I appreciate that so much. Gino Spines is here as well, you guys. Oh, Carla has a question. Since my house flooded at the end of May, I had to put my store on time away. I don't have access to my inventory, bored out of my mind. I want to start selling. How do I make another account? Oh.
Can you just edit and remove all of the stuff that was there and keep that account? Maybe?
Yeah, or I mean, yeah, I would remove the stuff for sure, especially like if you don't have access to it in case it were to sell. But I would think you just log out of your current account, and then there's an option right there on the homepage to create an account. He wants to tell you something. I have no idea what it's going to be, so bear with me, guys.
Today we got 2 pumpkins, and tomorrow we're going to be cutting them, maybe.
Pumpkins.
2 pumpkins, and we're going to carve them tomorrow, maybe, right?
Yeah.
After school?
Right.
Let's see here. My daughter blew out my microwave when she was 16 trying to dry her underwire bra. You've got kids. Have they ever set fire to the microwave or smoked it up or anything?
No, but I have kind of a funny story about fire. Those torch lamps, those touche lamps that are now banned. They do the torches and they have like a halogen bulb. This was in like 2003, and my son kicked his underwear and it landed on that bulb. And he comes out and he's like, smoke, fire. And we're like, what?
Are these indoor lamps?
Yeah, they're floor lamps that come up like a V.
Okay.
And they started putting a mesh on top of them because things were catching on fire.
Oh,
like a bug would land in there and it would smell horribly because the bug would be toasted and cooked. And anyway, he was messing around and he threw his underwear up and it landed on the bulb and it caught on fire.
Be careful, you're spinning my table around. Christopher said he just bought some more salt and pepper shakers so I could buy some non-flammable napkins. I was totally talking to him when this happened, so I could blame him almost. Yep. Hang on, I gotta see. I did get a cha-ching during my own show, you guys. Oh my gosh, he bought like several sets, 1, 2, 3 different sets, and I think he bought one of my really good sets. This one is like a fisherman. Yeah, you can tell her something.
The day we had pizza, and I had one pizza, but then the second pizza hurt my belly.
Oh, is your belly full?
Yeah.
Look at these salt and pepper shakers. They look like a fisherman. You're not gonna be able to see them really well. You know how it is. Trying to. Pepper. Maybe I can get. Oh, there they are.
Well, okay. My grandpa had figurines that look just like that.
Aren't those so cute? Thank you so much, Christopher. I really appreciate you, man. I wish my notifications would go off all day. I didn't mean just for eBay. Let's see. Okay, I really am going to scroll down, guys. I'm sorry. If I miss anything at all and you want me to read it, please repost it because I'm going to miss a lot. I feel like Christopher sold an Epson printer today for $800. They're saying that the cat is a cougar, a puma, a cougar. You know, a cougar and a puma are the same thing, and so is a mountain lion.
Yeah,
that's what Gino says. See, he's so smart.
I think high school mascot was a cougar.
Your high school mascot?
Mm-hmm.
My kid's is a bear cat. It's a cougar. It's a cougar. Shout out to all the cougars. Let's see. I'm itching to go thrifting, but I have such a huge death pile that I really have to work on. Motivation is hard sometimes since I have so much going on at once. Christy, how many kids do you have? What are their ages, if you don't mind saying?
So I have 3. The 29-year-old, she doesn't live with us. The 21-year-old currently lives with us, but he's itching to get out. He just graduated. And then we have a 16-year-old at home.
So you don't have one that's still tapping on your head while you're trying to work or anything?
No tuck-ins and stuff like that. My baby's 16 and can drive.
16 and can drive. My oldest is 16 right now, and yeah, it's crazy. You look beautiful, Israel. Hello, Junk Monkey.
Hey. Junk Monkey in the house.
Was that the one you were excited about? Saying hi to Junk Monkey?
No, Junk Monkey.
Look, Israel. They say, "Hey, can you read this?"
Happy.
What's this say? Hey.
Israel.
Oh, wow.
Who is that one?
That's Linda. Said hi to you. Guys, he never comes down here during a show. You know, Christy, because you're always in here. All right, you're going to have to go upstairs with Daddy and hang out with him, okay? I love you.
Bye, Mommy.
Bye, buddy.
Good night.
Everyone says bye. He'd probably stay out here all night and just chit chat with everyone. Rachel's mini me. Yeah, your minion escaped. No, I didn't let him come and sit in your lap for the whole show. Yep, that's exactly what he would want to do. So funny. Hello, Erica. I'm trying to hit anybody that I might have missed, but golly, I'm going to be like the whole conversation behind everybody. I had someone requested a return on a sewing machine, but I told them to start a case with eBay and nothing ever happened. I was glad. Sometimes that's all it takes is like putting a little bit of pressure on them to do something more, right? Hello, Sylvia. Hi. Is your live a work and list tonight? Sometimes they're really productive over there. They're like really productive. You could probably call eBay and have them unlist all your old stuff if you wanted to go that route. That's a good idea. Oh my goodness, Israel. But you buddy are the sweetest pumpkin of them all. Aww. Yeah, he wants to carve a jack-o'-lantern, and when Dello and I were at the auction, we got these jack-o'-lantern kits that have like jewels in them, and you plug them in kind of like you would like a light bright.
Oh yeah.
So you make like a little hole with this tool and like an awl type of thing, and then you plug that in, and so whenever it lights up, the jewels light up. Have you ever seen that? It was so cool. My daughter had a flower floor lamp from Target go on fire, luckily, when I was in their room when it happened. That's crazy. Don't carve the pumpkin tomorrow. It'll rot in a week. Way too early.
We don't carve them.
At all?
Not usually. Maybe the night before. Maybe 2 nights before. They'll be rotting mess.
Huh. How cool is it there right now?
Like 88 or something like that.
It's been in like the high 40s, low 50s in the morning, which is crazy. It's getting into the 70s. Like I probably could have used this sweater during the soccer game today. Dello said he's finally gets to wear his Letterman jacket. We bought this Letterman jacket. Girl, have you had to buy one of those yet?
No, we didn't go that route. My kid didn't want it.
It was
$500.
$500.
He just didn't want it. Yeah.
$500 for I'm like, it's not Gucci. It's not like I could have bought a Coach jacket for that.
Yeah.
That's insane. But it's kind of like weddings. They can charge whatever they want for high school stuff. Like, I don't know.
The pictures, when I went to go order the cap and gown pictures, I wanted I was just going to do one or a digital, and it was like $399.
You're like, I can take pictures of him. The class rings are like $1,500. I was like, I think Walmart has an option for like $60. On our vegan pizza, Trevor, we put like a vegan cheese, and sometimes we'll rip up like the Tofurkey brand ham and stuff like that. I've had 2 of those halogen torture
for share or whatever they're called.
Is that what they're called? Lamps.
Yeah.
They used to smell when they got dusty, but I guess we dodged a bullet. Oh my gosh. He does need a show. Does Christy, does anyone in your family have a YouTube channel?
No, and I was like teasing my boys because they do Twitch streaming and they do some stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to be on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have been on YouTube, but I'm going to be on YouTube. But they're like, cool, Mom, cool.
My son said, hey, I might just pop in your YouTube later. And I was like, oh, all I needed to do was reach 10K for you to finally want to jump in my live stream. Oh, dang, I'm late to the party. You're not too late, Abel. You're not too late at all. I wish anyone was happy to see me as Israel is to see Junk Monkey. He was, wasn't he? Yeah. One time I was out on a walk. I seen a cat on the railroad tracks. I started calling, kitty, kitty, kitty. And as I got closer, I realized it was a bobcat. Holy cow. Wow. That's funny about the undies. We were staying at an Intercontinental hotel in Istanbul, and my daughter was 2 at the time and threw her shirt up. Didn't notice it landed on the lamp and it burnt.
Yeah. I think they're recalled now.
That's crazy. Oh, speaking about, thank you, Joe. Speaking about recalls, you know how eBay won't let us list the Christmas bubble lights anymore? Like Courtney yeah, she put out a whole video about it. And I'm sorry if I ruined that, guys, with a reel or anything. Not like they're watching my reels. But you can, if you have them and you still want to sell them on eBay, take out the bubble part. And I just sold just the strand for $10 plus shipping.
Interesting.
So, I mean, I don't know. There's ways around it is all I'm saying. The mascot for my college is a Wildcats. I guess that covers Puma, mountain lion. Yeah, I think that's everything. That is a lot of Wildcats.
Hey, Angie.
Listen, guys, I'm wearing lipstick right now that I bought from Angie Resells right here. She does a live auction every Saturday night on her channel here on YouTube, Angie Resells, and I got this for $3. And it's the Drew Barrymore flowers brand. And then I got some setting spray too for $3.
Yeah, we all were sick like a month ago. We had the bad word.
Yeah.
And I had already bought cold medicine from her because it was like $2 because she has all this health and beauty stuff.
Yes.
I was like, thank you, Angie. We have cold medicine because of you.
I buy like the best stuff from her. Hello, Brittany. How's it going, girl? My daughter made me carve a lion a couple of years ago. It was super hard, but it turned out really good. At least she thought so. Nice. Oh, there's Kristen.
Ooh, she's at her event.
Yeah, she's at Junk Stock in Nebraska. And it was good to see her posting from there, but I want updates. I want to know how much stuff you're selling and how everything's going.
I want to do it someday.
Me too. Let's plan to go at the same time. Oh my gosh, we could do a meetup too. They have one in April.
Fun.
It's like the end of April, beginning of May. They have a spring one.
Okay.
Maybe we should all think about this. I have a covered trailer. I mean, Drew has one, but I could haul it up there.
Yeah.
That's not too hard, right? We're about a month into fall season here in Washington State, and it's still boob sweat weather. I'm not happy about it. Nice. A whole month in, and still, yeah, see, Chrissy wants to know too. How was the event? Scott Shelton is here. Hello. Let's see. Oh, we are a Google podcast now?
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of a process setting up on everywhere that you get podcasts. It's gonna be on a YouTube channel with, wait for it, 10,000 subscribers. Anthony, are you saying that you will come on? Barbara Florentine, Cha-ching King gave you props. Did he give me props? I missed it if he did. Or he gave me props to her privately somewhere. Soak your pumpkins in a mixture of 1 part bleach, 10 parts water before carving to make them last longer. See, and here I would think the bleach would like kill them. My doctor grounded me last week because I may have had a TIA. I'm getting used to using public transportation to go to my storage locker and go to ship now. I reduced my shipping time from 1 to 3 days.
That's not good. That's like a stroke, but I don't know the word trans is.
Right? Yeah. You know what? Like stress is so important. Like it is so important to manage stress because it literally makes you physically ill. And if you need to go from 1 day shipping to 3 day shipping, do it. There's a reason why you work for yourself. There's a reason why you're self-employed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you just can't do it. I've had a really stressful week. Really stressful. Not as stressful as it could be and not as stressful as some people's, but it was stressful for me. And then to catch a daggum fire in the microwave right before I come down here, I'm just like, what is going on in life? Junk Monkey got paid twice, sold a golf club and a Walkman. Listen, I got to get some golf clubs for my son, but and he wants a new golf bag too. So I need to find a reseller that's like close to me that the shipping's not going to be $100 on a golf bag. And figure something out, right?
How far away is Baldy Pal?
Lots of far away.
He sells golf clubs.
I know, and I was thinking of Evan Flippy McFlipperson too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I watched this video from Evan today. I have to share it on my Instagram. It was like the truth about reselling. Have you seen that? It's 2 months old. I don't know how I'm just now seeing it. I watched it today.
Evan had it.
Do I
on his channel?
Yes, it's from 2 months ago, and it was so good. I'm going to share it on my Instagram, and it was he's just so funny. He starts out the video, "Hey, I'm Evan. That's me." And he's like riding a roller coaster. And so it's very like MTV like, and he's like, "I work a dream job. I'm a reseller." And then like he just goes on and on about, I don't know. It's just hilarious. It's so fun. I just saw your private chat messages.
That's okay. I was just trying to communicate because this thing wasn't working with the sound, and
I just saw it. I was like, wait, did she message me? Oh, I just jumped to the bottom, guys. Where are you in Missouri? I grew up in southern Illinois across the river from St. Louis. I'm 3 hours south of there, Joe, in Dexter, in the Boot Hill. We have 80 watching. Please hit the like. Go to some yard sales. Dixon's Pickens. Yeah, he's close. He's close for sure. There's just not a whole lot of golf clubs like around here. There's just not. It's called Transient Ice.
That's the word I was thinking of.
Ischemic.
Yes.
Do you think that's how do you say that middle one?
Ischemic? I don't know. Ischemic.
Love that I listed and participate tomorrow at Let's Do Lunch. Yes, I can listen and participate. Yes. Oh my gosh, we appreciate you and Chrissy both being there so
Now,
much.
tomorrow, I might actually be helping Drew again because he's doing a whatnot tonight. So,
fun.
So he might need to ship again tomorrow. So if
nice. Is he finally getting to fly out tomorrow?
Yeah, I think at 4 is the plan.
Wow. That's good that I'm sure like he might be, like wanting to be with his family with the hurricane rolling through Florida, which I guess his family probably withstood anything today that they were going to get. I mean, I saw some flooding in Kissimmee. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be like so far, just lots of rain. Yeah, minor wind. I saw the villages, Gino, and I was thinking of you. I was like, I wonder how he's faring over there. Junk stock. I'm in Nebraska. I should go see it, but I'm moving a building. Oh,
no big deal. Just moving a building.
That's all. Hello, ladies from Donna and T. What?
Oh, they were live before, and they probably sent their ladies over.
Oh. So sweet. So sweet. Did you fare okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm working my way backwards, guys. So I'll scroll back down to the bottom again, okay? Because I'm going to stay on top of the chat now that I scrolled to the bottom. Just send out offers. Oh, I have 104 items to send out offers on.
Ooh.
I need to do
all
it.
The time. I send them all the time.
I need to. It's just been.
Well, I had a sale last week and it was 20% off. And people were watching like $8 things that were 20% off and not wanting to pay the $6.40. And I'm just like, no, I'm not sending you an offer on $6.40.
That's nuts. And just watching it. I got to look up where Versailles, Missouri is real quick. I bet it's like 7 hours away. What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, it's only 4 hours and 43 minutes.
It's like Texas. People are like, oh, my cousin's in Texas. Texas is like 16 hours across or something like that.
That's only to get to the middle part of the state. If I was to drive all the way across, like, it's not going to focus. If I was to drive all the way to the very, very corner, like up by Nebraska, it could easily take you 10 hours or more to get there. I could get to Florida before I could get across our state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bleach kills the bacteria, bugs, and whatnot in the pumpkin. Only needs to soak a few minutes. When are you going to start selling on whatnot? Speaking of whatnot.
So Drew was talking to me about that today. I just don't really want to. I'm just like, I don't know. I like to do it on my own time. I
just don't really want to.
Don't want to. I mean,
who runs this thing? Go ahead.
I just don't want to.
Well, I mean, you know what? I applied in December and it was rolling around like January. And I was like, I don't care that they haven't approved me. Like, I'm not in a hurry to do it because I was kind of like you. I don't really want to. And then all of a sudden in March, they approved me. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I needed to like do the onboarding and do the thing. And then I did like the whole week of whatnot. Yeah. No, I think that was like end of May when I did the week because my mom was here.
This is from you. No, wait, this is from you. This is from you.
Nice. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. I mean, a week on whatnot. That was just a bunch. Anthony said, I was watching his whatnot before this. Looks like he had an awesome time, but he looks wore out. I bet he is.
Oh, yeah, he's had a really busy week.
He said he got like 300 pounds or something like that.
524 or something.
Oh, yeah. That was it. Yeah, not 300. Yeah, 500. That's insane. That's so much. Hello, Lori. We're glad to see you. Let's see here. Will it be going on Sunday? Yeah, Junk Stock is this weekend and next weekend, Scott. It's both. He said it's pronounced Versailles in Missouri.
Not Versailles.
Surely it's not.
No, that's
such
like
a redneck
Moscow,
thing.
Idaho is pronounced. Is it Moscow pronounced differently in Idaho? I know there's lots of them like that.
Well, we do have a Cairo, Illinois, but it's totally spelled Cairo.
Cairo, yeah.
And they say Cairo.
Hurricane Utah is hurricane.
Stop it. That's nuts.
Hurricane.
I did, someone asked me to give them 20% coupon on my counter offer today. Wow. He's not joking. It really is. Nice. Yeah, I rotate sales Monday through Thursday, Friday through Sunday, and send out 5 to 10% offers to watchers. It seems to work for me. Dang, I need to get on it and be treating my business like you guys. I mean, you're on it. I don't want to sell on Whatnot either, Christy. You guys just keep buying on Whatnot. It's a good place to source.
I deleted the app and then I reinstalled it because somebody else I knew was going to be on. I was like, delete.
Because you were spending too much money on there?
Yeah, it wasn't even that much, but yeah, I just was like, I don't
Stuff that you would normally never be buying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. I will hit it Sunday or next week. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, there's it's twice a year. The spring and in the fall is. I only know that because Kristen told me. Christy's new shirt logo. I just really don't want to.
I think I have a shirt that basically says that. It's, I don't know. It's one of those sarcastic, I didn't want to be here today.
Yes, I'm late because I didn't want to be here.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Hubby said Texas is 900 miles across. We drove across the whole state of Texas when we did our Route 66 trip. Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, we didn't go very far south. The furthest south I've ever been in Texas, though, is Corpus Christi.
Yeah,
and
that's south of me. Yeah.
I thought I'd never get there. I was like, this is the edge of the earth.
Well, yeah, because of the way you have to get there. Because you drive, if you pick the way, yeah, it's.
I went like through Houston.
Yeah. We used to live in Arizona. We lived in Arizona for a year. It was kind of my son did online school. My husband took a different job, but it was kind of like a sabbatical year. But I wanted to come back to San Antonio often because my other kids and my mom were in San Antonio. I made that 14.5-hour drive so many times.
14.5 hours. It's insane.
From Phoenix to San Antonio. Yeah. And 8 hours of it is just getting out of Texas. So, like 8 hours is till El Paso. And then the other was just, yeah.
Melanie says she doesn't want to do Whatnot, but she needs to do Whatnot because she goes into the auction and comes home with like vehicle loads full of stuff. She would be so good. You could do estate sale stuff, Melanie. You could be great at that. Is Lambert's Cafe still a thing? Yes, Fred. They have one in Sykeston. It's not far from here at all. Here's the thing about Lambert's Cafe. Okay, tell me if you've ever been to a place like this. So they're like famous. I mean, they've been on Food Network.
The roll place?
Yes, they throw your food at you. First of all, if you raise your hand at Lambert's, they throw a roll at you. That's I'm not down. That's not cool because I'm gonna miss it and it's gonna hit somebody. And the people you're sitting with aren't even your party. When you get there, they just seat you with people. It's not even your party, and there's no plates. You get a napkin that hopefully you don't put in the microwave. You set it down, and then they have what they call pass-arounds. And there's literally people walking around with like, I don't know, a vat of okra. And you
macaroni and cheese on a napkin.
Yes. And so if you order like a main dish, they bring you a plate and then you get like the sides of the pass-arounds. But if you're vegetarian, you just order like a pass-around plate. They just bring you like an empty plate. Or you can eat it on the napkin. And then when you want bread, you just raise your hand. I can't go. It's just, it's a lot. And then the cups, you know, those big cups that you get from a gas station that holds like 40 ounces of soda. They're like really thick insulated walls. Mm-hmm. They're all scratched up from 1992, right?
Yeah.
That's what you drink out of. That's somewhat like how many people before you drink out of this plastic scratch. Oh. Have you been to a place like this?
They have Dick's Last Resort here on the Riverwalk in San Antonio, and they make fun of you, and they do all this stuff. They drew a Sharpie mustache on my son.
I've seen those in Florida. I've never been to one. I don't think I would enjoy that place either.
No, they wrote, my husband was on like a work call, and they made him like a bib on paper, and they wrote like, I'm too important to be here or something like that because he was on a work call.
Oh,
we just wanted some chicken nuggets because we were on the river and our kids were hungry. And
at least your stuff was clean. Like I've seen them put some stuff and I'm just like, it's really weird. I'm in Farmington, Missouri, helping my daughter with a sick child. I'm sorry that your grandchild is sick. I wondered where you are, Rachel, when I was driving up from Alabama. Yeah, you're not too far from it. Like I feel like Farmington is between here and St. Louis, I'm pretty sure. So you're maybe like 2 hours from me or something like that. Chrissy loves Whatnot. She's going to sell on Whatnot for everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty near
It
there.
just takes a different personality, and it's totally fine. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's Delo's like getting into the groove of it. Have you watched any of his whatnots?
Yeah, I think I watched one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing fairly decent. I told him, listen, son, this is all you got to do. And I worked out a plan for him, like how many times a week he needs to whatnot, how much he needs to sell each night so that he could get like buy himself a vehicle by Christmas.
Sweet. That's excellent.
So that's the plan. He's like, why can't I just get a payment? I was like, you don't even know who you're talking to. Do you even watch my YouTube?
Right.
Let's Do Lunch is reminding us all to be there at noon Central tomorrow. Whatnot is addicting as a buyer. It's true. I buy crap on there I would never buy otherwise. I don't know who runs the Let's Do Lunch YouTube channel. Because all of us are always commenting or here, and they show up randomly. Did we give a stranger the password?
An AI. You have a sentient figure, an AI that's been created and out.
You might be right. It's a little weird. We have an Albany in Georgia, and it's pronounced Albini. 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 I'm listing tonight. Haven't gotten to do much with my hubby being in the hospital. He has finally got home today. I'm so glad to hear that, Judy. Was in for 2 weeks doing lots better. Oh man, that's like, remind him that recovery is hard work. When he feels like, man, I'm just laying here and I'm not. No, that is the hardest work you could do, is to just lay there and let your body rest and recover. Yeah, that's important. Hi, She Picker.
Hey.
You gotta get out of here. Junk Monkey got paid again. Junk Monkey, you need to listen to the podcast tomorrow because I might bring your name up in the podcast. You really need to listen, okay? Listen all the way through. You should come to South Padre Island. That's near Corpus Christi, right?
Yeah, you just keep going south. It's prettier than Corpus beaches. Yep.
You know what happened when we were in Corpus Christi? We were there in February, late January, early February. It was like a Super Bowl time. And we walked out on the beach. It was too cold to actually be out there, but there were starfish littered the beach and they were dying out there. And I guess that just happens, like don't mess with nature. But no, we're like going to throw these starfish back in, like we're going to make some difference. And then we are halfway back to Missouri. The heat is on because I just told you it's January, February. We actually got caught in a snowstorm and had to stay down in Corpus Christi a little bit longer. We're on our way back, snowstorm. So the heat is on. I'm like driving on ice, white knuckle. My sister's all nervous over here. And I'm like,
ice storm last year?
No. This was like, I don't know, 12 or 14 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, why does it stink so bad in this car? And her son had put one of the starfish in the glove box.
No.
And here the heat is on in the car, and all you can smell is this rancid starfish.
No.
Texas north to south is 801, and east to west is 773 straight line miles.
And I'm almost in the middle. I'm almost smack in the middle.
That's nuts. I had a sale earlier, but right now everyone's watching Rachel and not shopping. That's right, Mary. The whole world is here. I wish. Nice. I had a few sales this morning, but none tonight. Christopher, you hit the like, right? Home of the Throat Rolls. That's right. That is their slogan. And they have one in Foley, Alabama. And do they have one in Texas?
I don't think so. I saw them on Food Network. That's why I knew about them.
Really? That's so wild. Yeah. I mean, it's from up there. And then they opened one in Branson too. Have you ever been to Branson?
We wanted to hit that whole area that we've kind of missed. The whole where you are. I mean, we've done Florida, we've done the East Coast, but we've just kind of missed that Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri. That's kind of what we want to do when we get on the road after the kid graduates.
Yeah. Angie's Oddities is here. Hello, hello. All I'm thinking about when my kid graduates, my oldest, is moving. I don't know where I'm going to move though. I was checking out YouTube videos today, like the most affordable beach communities.
Ooh.
I mean, you never know.
I want acreage for my home base, and then I don't know what I want to do. I just want to.
You say you want to live in Anchorage?
Acreage. Like
I was like, why would you want to live in Anchorage, Alaska?
No, we want like 20 plus acres for our home base, like where we can, if the apocalypse comes, we can, live off the grid.
Oh,
And
yeah, yeah.
then we could travel and stuff like that.
Do you have any acreage where you're at in Texas? I mean, that's kind of a Texas thing.
Well, we're just in the suburbs right now.
Gotcha, gotcha.
We had a 2-acre place before, and now we're just in a more normal suburbs. But we're just here for the high school and to, we wanted to be in the certain school boundaries.
Christopher said he found 40 pieces of baccarat, and Lalique, thank you, crystal here, and real cheap. Shipped it out today back home. Christopher, did you package this? Because I would be so scared of sending that back home. Dell was loving it. He really is. He really is. Cousins in Farmington and Washington. They have a Dick's in Myrtle Beach. My cousins worked there, and that one made paper hats with bad sayings. Yeah, that's how the one in Florida is. They're not like super nice about them. No son of mine is getting a car payment. That's right. That's right. Yeah, they are ridiculous. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thanks for supporting him, Judy. I really appreciate that. He packaged, he did everything himself. I'm standing there and trying to help him with everything. I'm like, I can't just feed him to the wolves, Rachel, I ordered I sell dead person stuffed bumps. Did you really? Wait. Hocus Pocus 2. Oh, that is tomorrow. Yeah. Is that going to be in theaters? Do you know?
Disney Plus, probably. If I had to guess, I don't know.
My oldest son has Disney Plus. I might have to, Google it so we'll all know. Junk Monkey's from East Texas. When in El Paso, I'm closer to Los Angeles than home and still in the same. Wow.
Yeah, my parents are in East Texas. They're in Tyler, and we go up there once every 6 to 8 weeks.
That's crazy. That's insane. There's another Lambert's in Ozark, Missouri. Is that the one in Branson that I'm thinking of? Probably. Outside of Springfield, yeah, probably. Is Branson good for fall foliage? Yeah, it really is. And it's very, very hilly there. You are in the Ozarks. So where it's flat as can be, and you can see for miles where I'm at on my side of Missouri, just 3 hours that way. It is so hilly. So you don't want to go there once it gets too cold. A lot of stuff is closed down because it's kind of, touristy hours and touristy. I guess it's a seasonal place to go. But for the fall, I would say yes. And you should go to Silver Dollar City while you're there in the fall. And they have this roller coaster that you lay on it and go through the mountains. You're on this hand cart roller coaster thing.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Sad. Everyone hit the thumbs up on this. I did before I talked here and only gone up 4 more. Thanks. I appreciate you, Scott. I went to Branson in the 60s and 70s when I lived in Illinois. It wasn't much then.
Oh, yeah,
grown a lot. Yeah, I bet it has grown a lot since the 60s or 70s. PD says my sales are dead. Yeah, she's had a lot going on.
When I talk about okay, I used to do eBay sometimes, but I never did it full time. And that's why. I mean, my husband worked and traveled for work. And I mean, yes, you can do it. And I know people who do, but sometimes you do what you can. And
I know, that's what I'm telling her all the time. I'm like, nope, your most important job right now is looking you in the eye. Those 2 babies. That's it. You'll never get that back. Yeah. I'm new here and excited to start my eBay store and YouTube channel. Oh, you're starting both.
Wow.
Oh boy, that's going to be a journey. Learning a lot from you. Thank you. I'm so glad that, hey, I've seen a couple hunters' name on Instagram this week and on YouTube. I'm pretty sure both. Maybe it was in comments too. That's cool. Well, you guys sub up a couple hunters and let's get them some subs before they even put out content. Christy, I have a friend from Houston living in Anchorage for the last 16 years. I got you moving to Anchorage. Look at that. Straight to Disney Plus. Dadgummit. Hocus Pocus. Yeah, the first one is on regular TV right now. The Artful Journey says there will be some cheap beach property in West Florida pretty soon. Yeah, probably. No, I can't see any property being cheap over there. It doesn't even matter why. All right, y'all. It's 10 for me. Time to wind down and get ready for bed. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye, Adam. Oh, look, I caught up again. Do you do what you can? T-shirts for all. I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh, accidental touch protection on my phone. Okay. So you don't want to do Whatnot, but you are killing it over on Poshmark. You're so much of a better
Oh, no,
Poshmarker.
not Posh. No.
You were on Posh?
I'm on Posh, but
you're a better Posher than I am.
I've got the little automatic free share, and that's, I don't know.
What share is it again that you use?
The join flip, the FLYP.
Oh, okay. Because you were using a different one before that, right?
Yeah, I paid for one, and I mean, yes, there was a little bit, but I just didn't want to pay. So I did the join flip because I think it was Angie and then Mrs. Frugal, Julie, both said they used it.
Gotcha.
And it works. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I had 1 month where Posh was like, woohoo, Posh is amazing. And then I posted that it was better, and then it tanked.
That's all you needed to do was brag about Poshmark.
Right. But, yeah. So it's not terrible, but I don't work at it either. So.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. When I get a Poshmark sale, I feel like it's a bonus. I work at eBay, and of course, like Whatnot, you work at it. But like yesterday, I told Dello, I was like, you made over $30 an hour every time that he's done a Whatnot. And I'm like, where else can a 16-year-old kid with no experience make $30 an hour? Like, I mean, it's just if you're sourcing specifically for it, do not go take your eBay inventory that you can make a lot more money on eBay and put it over on Whatnot. Right. But when you're sourcing specifically for Whatnot, it's a great option. I've got to go shower. Hope you're still around when I get back. If not, have a good night. Follow me on Whatnot. Trevor's just got approved to sell on Whatnot.
Nice.
And Trevor, are you 10th Street Market over there? I followed your link and followed you immediately, but I don't recall exactly what you were yet. Hang on, Trevor, if you're not gone yet, don't leave yet. I'm going to make you a mod, and you could drop your Whatnot link real quick. But you're going to have to hang on a second because I have to pull it up to make you a mod. I don't ever have my stream pulled up on the computer or anything. Let me get to where he just commented that.
I see a 10th Street Market.
I bet I'm sure that. I mean, who else is going to have that name?
He follows Angie and you, and yeah, that's him.
Okay, yeah, then he is. Yeah, Trevor, I just made you a mod. If you can, he said mod status. Trevor, post your link. Don't make me take away your mod status. Don't be trying to mute Scott when he comes in, okay? Oh, T is here. T, some people came in and they said that you and Donna sent him over.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here, beautiful. Man, I saw a post that from Daily Refinement that put out a 17-year-old that made like $16 profit on eBay last month. Like $16 profit? I'm sure that wasn't making more than like, maybe. Because he said making more than me at my full-time job. And I hope you're making more than $16 a month. You guys, if you're on Whatnot, please click this link. I'll wait on you. Go follow Trevor because he hasn't done his first auction yet. We all need to be there when he does. He's in here every single week, you guys. One of the best friends of the channel here. He made $16,000 a month. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like Dello could, like I could make a little video series or maybe just edit different parts of his Whatnot journey getting to a car and to make it into like one video. Where a 16-year-old, because he, honest to God, he started with free t-shirts that Ryan, the Vintage Viking, gave him.
Cool.
So if he could start from literally $0 and then end up with a car in 3 months, could be really encouraging to some young kids wanting to get a car. Doreen is here.
A college student who can't find a job with a double major degree. Maybe he should.
That's insane. A double major, he can't get a job. That's crazy. What are the majors?
Math and computer science.
Come on, like computer
science. He's looking for either remote or one city in specific. You know, it's not like Silicon Valley. He's looking, but
Christy wants to know, you sell on Depop, right?
I do.
How's it go over there?
I just put the stuff up there. It sells. I mean, things like Afghans sell over there. I sell Afghans over there, and I just I just kind of put stuff over there that I think is unique enough, and I don't put everything over there.
What are their fees on Depop, or do you know, like, do you sell enough that you just know off the top of your head, or is it
Let me see.
about the same as everybody's? Like, I created a Depop account and I downloaded the app, and then maybe I put one thing, but I don't think I ever put anything on there. And Profit Monster sells on Depop too.
Yeah. So I sold something for $21 and my fee was $2.10, so 10%.
Okay.
And then there's a transaction fee for 93 cents.
Gotcha. So, how's the shipping? How do you ship on there? Do they send you a label? Does the buyer always pay like Poshmark, or is it more like eBay?
I make those. That's the only place I do free shipping. Well, no, that's not true. Etsy's free shipping, but Etsy's another story, and I kind of quit Etsy. But I put free shipping on Depop because they're like, hey, free shipping attracts, and I just thought I would. So I always mark it up. T-shirts are $5 more than what I'd like, and heavier things are $9 more, basically 9 or 10. So, and I just do pirate ship.
Oh, cool.
So
okay, so it's kind of like Mercari. You ship outside of the app and then just upload the tracking.
Mercari, I mostly use their shipping because I use their shipping.
Gotcha. Okay. I've sold some things on Depop, very few, get lots of likes, a few sales, but very appreciative buyers.
Yeah.
I feel like Depop is really a younger crowd. Huh. So being a younger crowd, they don't always have like a ton of money. So some of the sales are like a little lower dollar. Or have you ever had anything that's like
I sold Walmart brand Y2K, like Doc Martin dupes, like they were slides. They looked like Doc Martin slides, but they were Walmart brand. They were White Stag, I think, or something like that. Faded Glory. Maybe they're Faded Glory. I sold them for $100.
Shut up.
I just made up the price because I'm like, they look like Docs. They're Y2K. They have butterfly cutouts. They're big, thick, and chunky. And I said, maybe $100. And someone just bought them. They didn't even send me an offer.
And you put Y2K in the title. Oh, such a good keyword right now.
I mean, I was in my 20s in the 90s in Y2K, and I was teaching middle school in that time. And it's I'm watching this and I'm like, I remember all of this the first time.
I love that you just made up your price when you don't, because I do that sometimes, and sometimes it sells, and then sometimes I'm revisiting it, in 6 months and being like, oh, okay, my price was not right. But sometimes doesn't it just like crack you up? You're like, okay, someone actually paid that.
Yeah. Like I made up a price on an Afghan, it was a 12 Days of Christmas Afghan, and I said $120. It was like a lap blanket with the 12 Days of Christmas. Nothing, nobody. And someone sent me a $50 offer today, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I know it's kind of low, but it was like $5 at an estate sale.
See, that happens sometimes, like if we're laying in bed and I'm like, Drew, I just got an offer. And he's like, oh, he always wants to know how much is the offer and how much did you have it listed for? And like, I would say it's $50. Well, how much did I have listed for? 120. He'd be like, and I'm like, no. I made up the 120. You have to understand that I just threw that number out there to see who I would catch, like $50, and I paid $5 for this thing. Like, let's take it.
And it's completely, this person made this Afghan up. I mean, it's the only one out there.
There's nothing to compare it to.
No.
Hello, Love On. Glad to see you here. Love On is on Whatnot also as Love On LLC. Leroy is here. Just wanted to stop in really quickly and say hello. Guys, I promise you I'm going to have Leroy on maybe here real soon if I can figure out the logistics of having the tools here. Because all of those tools that Drew and I pulled out of his grandparents' estate, I have to have Leroy go through those with us and tell us like what to look for and what's important in vintage tools. And like, I want to make it's a standalone video on my channel, but I just have to figure out like how to converse with him and still like, and be able to record that. You know what I mean? Because I think it would be better as like its own standalone video where we're leaning on his expertise.
Yep.
Yes, I have been binge hearing your videos and many others. Yes, I'm on Instagram. Okay, yeah, I've been seeing your name, so I'm glad to see you here. Glad to see Florida in the chat. Just got power back. Internet still lagging for me. Yeah, my folks are here too, Love On, and their internet's a little laggy as well. Sold a Taylor Swift sweatshirt on there I guess on Depop, that the previous owner had decorated the sleeve with glittery smiley faces. The person really wanted it.
Excuse me. I've got this lingering COVID cough.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, I said the word. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Pricing one-offs is It is tough to price one-off stuff that you're like, maybe you've never seen. And I always err on the side of caution and shoot really high because I'm like, it could really be something. You don't know. But I did just have a one-off item. I talked about it last week, and like I could find a lot of this horse plaque in black, and I couldn't find any in beige. And I listed it, and someone paid my list price immediately, and then was like sending me messages about like, please be sure it's packed right and blah blah blah. And I was like, did I undersell this thing? Oh well, I got $40 for it. I got it with another item for $3 plus shipping, so I guess it's fine. I'd love a tool tutorial. I have some to sell. Well, this is your tool guy right here. Leroy, totally not an expert, but totally have a big passion for tools and been selling tools on eBay for over 20 years.
I think that's close to an expert.
I know, right? Like 20 years of experience. It only takes 10,000 hours to be an expert. So Leroy, you are our resident tool expert. We are deeming you that right now. I'm curious, do you ladies put best offer on all of your listings? Pretty much. Unless I just know, like if I list something for $7, there's almost no point. If someone like, I'm gonna roll my eyes when it comes across.
I priced my stuff 10 to 20% higher than what I'd like to get. Almost everything. So.
Gotcha. Hubby listed a golf caddy organizer at 12:40 p.m. and it sold in 17 minutes. What brand was it, Dawn? Coco, you guys still don't have power? Are you? I guess you must have a generator right now. I didn't realize that you were without power. Exactly. I always hate the what if. Yeah. I don't want to be like, what if I had priced it at? Rachel, using your referral for Whatnot. I applied last Sunday, approved on Monday, and I scheduled onboarding for this upcoming Monday because of the hurricane. Listen to me. Love on. Thank you so much for using the referral. That's my seller referral. It's not like just the $10 free $10, which mine's now a free $15 if you use my link. I have to change my link. But I have a seller referral, and Trevor used that and got approved like the very next day. So if you do want to sell on Whatnot, guys, and you're not wanting to wait 4 months to get approved like I did, I have a seller referral link. It's in every single one of my videos for the past like 3 months, but I will send it to you personally over on Instagram if you want. And I've not had anyone rejected that used it.
Wow.
USA Pickers said, wow, 20 years. I'd love to learn more about tools also. See? That could be a great video. We got to get on this. I sent Leroy a message today because funny enough, I was getting ready and all of a sudden he popped in my head and I was like, I need to send Leroy a message because we've talked about this, but I still don't have it done. And like those tools are still sitting in the back of Drew's truck. I mean, thank God he has a bed cover. We just, I told him, I was like, I would say it's been crazy here, but it's always crazy here. So what would I be saying? It's not any different than every other time. Like you have kids, you know how it is, right? Christy said that's how I was approved. Christy's got cool themed Whatnot auctions too. Yeah, I really like that. They do better. I feel like when they're themed, but she goes like all out and dresses up for her themes and everything.
Yep.
I love it. That's what got me to buy so much at her Halloween one.
I missed that. I would have totally done the same. I love Halloween.
Yeah, she had so much cool stuff. Ready Caddy was the golf caddy brand. Thank you guys. One day approval with Rachel's referral. Oh, thank you so much, Lovon. I appreciate the testimonial there. Are there better niches to sell on Whatnot? Do you need a YouTube following? I don't have one. No, you really don't. But here's the thing. You have to build a Whatnot following.
Right.
So,
it's different.
Yes, you have a lot of return buyers because people follow you and then they'll get told every time that you're having a sale. And there are certain niches of items that people go to Whatnot for. So if someone only wants to go on there and buy Funko Pops, they're never going to pop into your jewelry sale. But people that love jewelry are going to be there every single time. And if you take care of them and you package things nicely and you draw Disney castles on their boxes,
right,
then your buyers are going to keep your information saved and they're going to come back to your sale. But like everyone keeps saying, do you need a YouTube following? No, I don't think so.
You do have to like have a couple of lives where you're expecting your stuff to sell for less. Your first one, I think, from what I've seen.
I think so too. I mean, like Dello started all of his stuff at his past two Whatnots at $5 and 85% of the items sold for exactly what he started them for. I mean, there were a few items, you guys, that got bid up to maybe $8. He sold a shirt last night for $13. He sold a bundle for $15. But most of them are selling exactly where he's starting them. So that's the whole thing, though. Like, my plan for him to buy his own car was selling items at $5 a piece. So that's what he's starting them at.
Mhm.
So Joe, don't go in there starting stuff at $1 because it's going to sell for $1.
Right.
Yeah, you have it right, because as soon as buyers realize that you're like specially curating, like Profit Monsters can get on there and sell t-shirts for over $100,
Mhm.
but he probably had to give away some practically in the beginning.
And he said today, not very much of his YouTube audience follows him there or are the real buyers. He just had to build up that vintage t-shirt.
Yes.
You
And
know.
now he's like the go-to guy, like one of, I guess I should say, because there's a lot, one of the go-tos, for
Mhm.
people know that he's curating like really good vintage teas, and they're going to pop in there and they're willing to spend money
And
with
he's the
him.
Disney guy. His Disney auctions do amazing.
Yes, but you might have to spend some advertising dollars basically and undersell some shirts for a little while to do that.
Yeah.
What would be the best advice for someone who doesn't have a good following for success? Yeah, find a niche. Not to say you can't jump around, but if you do want to be like wildly successful in there, make it like one thing that you're selling, because then people know you for that. If you're always selling something different on there, like the people that are selling Lego minifigs, that's all they sell.
Mhm.
So I mean, honestly, but like my category is estate and vintage, and I chose that. I actually chose Whatnot because I wanted to be able to sell like whatever, which you don't have to sell what you sign up to sell, other than your very first auction should be the thing you signed up under.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I go to one of my local estate sales. She started doing it, and she did one that was a mishmash of estate sale stuff, and I got some good deals because there wasn't people buying. But one of her most recent estate sales had a ton of action figures. And so she did just a Buffy the Vampire Slayer show, and that brought in a bunch of people. And then the next show was more action figures, but now she's going to run out of action figures. She's going to do, I don't know, glassware at the next one or records at the next one, because she's doing estate sale buyouts.
Gotcha.
So it worked for her, for the action figures. So maybe just enough people will follow her. But
yeah, that's pretty cool. Snowberry Vintage says, have been hesitant about cross listing, but I'm going to start January 1st. Y'all have inspired me. What is the best platform to branch out to first? Only on eBay right now. My thing, I'm going to say Poshmark, but what do you say?
I like Mercari, but I don't like Mercari. But at the same time, it gives me a decent amount of just stuff that I have on eBay that nobody wants. It'll sell on Mercari. Mercari's a little glitchy, a little bit different. You just have to learn how to use it. But there's some people who do really well on Mercari. So
gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Poshmark, Snowberry, because it's the buyer always pays shipping, so you don't even have to worry about that. And they, as long as you didn't do something wrong in your listing, they side with the seller. They don't accept returns.
Too, pretty well.
Yeah, see, I've not sold enough on Mercari to really know. Drew, okay, two weird things that recently happened to Drew on Poshmark. He doesn't sell on Poshmark. He was a buyer, and he was looking for some DeWalt steel toe work boots. And he found some on Poshmark, and he made him an offer. They accepted his offer. And then he gets this notification that's like, you have been selected to get a free month of Hulu. After he makes his offer. And I was like, is Hulu literally selling or is Poshmark literally selling buyers information? Like, is that instead of ads, that's how they're making money now? So I said, select no. Anyone can get 30 days free of Hulu. They just want to sell your information. They're getting a kickback on that. And so he selects no, and then it immediately gives him another offer like that. Well, how about a 30-day trial offer of such and such? And I was like, is this really on Poshmark? That's so chintzy. Like, and so then he gets these new inbox work boots in yesterday, and girl, they had rocks in the bottom of them.
Oh.
They're dusty and the toes are scuffed up. He's like, honey, what do I do? I was like, give me your phone.
Accept it.
I said, do not hit accept. And so he said that, he wanted a refund, and they were like, oh my gosh, our shipping department must have messed something up. And I was like, and so they sent him a return label. I think the same things will sell at a start of $5 that you would start at $1, but all will probably get one bid. Yeah, yes, exactly that. You might have one person wanting to buy something, and unless you have a bidding war, it's going to sell at what you started for. Perfect explanation there, Angie. That's why y'all need to be following her. Can you do Whatnot without appearing on screen? Absolutely. So you can set your phone up, and I have like this little phone tripod that I use, and typically the phone is facing us, but all you would have to do, because I did like my toy auction was like this, the phone was facing the item. So it was in the tripod like this, and I flipped the screen around, and I would be like showcasing this mug that, by the way, Lori, mama with the camera, just sent me this mug. I'm hoping she might stop in tonight so she can see me drinking out of it. It says, I like his beard. She sent it to me, and it almost arrived for my birthday, but I got it this week. Lots of people do that. Poshmark has beta testing for live sales. I heard that.
And eBay's going to do it too. That's what they announced in eBay Open.
Will you explain that a bit more? Like, did they give a lot of information?
They did a beta test. You could go to it and watch it happen. And it just looked like Whatnot to me. I bought a eBay blanket for $2 through their little. They were testing it. They were selling things. I didn't go until late, but everything was $2, and it was supposed to be free shipping. And so I got the blanket, but they charged me shipping, and everyone starts complaining. Oh, we got charged shipping. We got charged shipping, and they're like, oh, we'll refund you. We promise. And they refunded me all of it, so I didn't even have to pay $2. I'm supposed to get the blanket now for free.
Oh, that's interesting.
But they just had it in one of their little sessions. They had, people were complaining so much in the thing. It was driving me crazy.
I heard you say that they were like really negative Nancy's. Good night, Mom. I love you.
Bye. But you could just click the link and you went into another window, and it just looked like Whatnot to me. And they were just testing it. They were chatting on the, there was, chat on the screen, and then the item was at the bottom. It looked exactly like Whatnot, but it was eBay Live.
Oh, it was exactly set up like Whatnot.
To me, it looked a lot like Whatnot. Yeah.
Also on Whatnot, it's good to have photos of your lots. That way people can bid even if they can't stick around for the auction, and it keeps people interested. That's true. Because when I did like my week of Whatnot, I didn't do any of that. I didn't take photos or anything. And I think I would have been more successful had I done that. Because when I jump in and people just have like what I used to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 through 50. I want to be able to scroll through. Like if you're on something that I'm not interested in, I want to be able to scroll through. So finally getting into my office. What's the Mercari secret?
You're asking me?
They must be, because I don't Mercari.
I don't know. I just put it up there, and then I use Vendu to delist and relist. Mercari you have to relist. You either have to promote, and I've stopped promoting. I don't have time for that.
Like Poshmark, like I don't have time for all that extra stuff.
Yeah, there's two things on, you can do two things on Mercari. One is you can lower your price and then it bumps it, or you can make an offer to all likers. Those are the two things you can do. And Reselling Oregon swears by an app. I'm like blanking on the name of the app. I don't know what it is. Prime Lister. No, I don't know. I think it's Prime Lister. It only does all of her offers for her. That's all it does. It just, she sets her Mercari. It does other things too, but she uses it only for Mercari. So she uses Prime Lister, and it just sends all of her offers. But she does large quantities and higher priced items. Like she has anthropology stuff and all that. And so Mercari, I just set it up, and then when I'm in Vendu, which is a cross-listing app, it's like List Perfectly, which everybody loves, but I use Vendu. But
that's the one I was trying to
Vendu, VENDOO. And
don't you have a code on that?
I do. It's probably in my link tree on my Instagram.
Okay, her Instagram's in the description. If you guys want to try Vendu, then she has a code for it.
It's like free for a certain amount of time and then a percentage off. I like Vendu. It works really well for me, but I go in there and I end and relist all the time. Now, I'm hearing from some people you shouldn't end on eBay, that eBay likes to keep it in the system, so I shouldn't end. I don't know.
I always get sales when I end and relist. It'll be like an item that's been in my store for 18 months and I relist it and it sells.
Yeah. So I go through, Vendu has little like exclamation points. They're like, this has been up a really long time. And I just go through and I click you can do 10 at a time. And I did 30 today.
That's cool.
So I did 30 D-list, relist is what they call it.
Hmm.
And I didn't do any real listing today because I was busy, because I was meeting Drew downtown and I had you tonight. And so I didn't do any real listing, but I did that.
I need to at least do that before I go to bed tonight. Joe, I did drunk drawer lots on Whatnot, and they went over phenomenally. Like those
I got
things.
one.
Yes, those had more than one bidder for sure. They were fun, weren't they?
I've made my money back on the junk drawer lot. It was little tiny things, but I made my money back, and then I kept the Diet Dr. Pepper can because that's the only thing I wanted out of the lot.
So she got to keep stuff and she still made her money back.
Mhm.
Be sure to weigh the item. Yeah, weigh the items right on Whatnot too, because you're going to hurt yourself if you're guessing and you guess a pound and it's only 7 ounces and people think that it's going to be $9 shipping and it could have been like $5.
Mhm.
You'll hurt yourself trying to guess on Whatnot. Another thing that could help you on Whatnot is going to streams of people selling what you want to sell. Yes, get in there and just chat with everyone and the seller. That's true. Like I told Dello to go in Whatnot and look around, and I'm like, oh, if they're using really foul language, get out of there, please. Get your name known, and that's how you get followers as well. I should do that more for sure. Congrats on 10K. Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you. Does Whatnot charge shipping? Yeah, they probably already answered that, but yes, they charge shipping. It's charged to the buyer, and it's a calculated rate through Shippo based off of how much you say the item weighs, and it's discounted after the first item. Just subscribe. So excited to watch your content. Thank you, Christina Valen. Party Moon Sky Vintage. That's a really cool name. I like the Moon Sky part. I mean,
me too. That was my Sun Moon Stars was like my first username and my first eBay name.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was my like 90s handle.
Nice. 90s handle. Sun, Moon, and Stars?
Just Sun, Moon, Stars.
Nice.
All one word.
I have a brand new pair of Rockies steel toe boots, 9.5. They're fireproof, rip proof, puncture resistant. I wish they weren't a 9.5. Yeah, he's such a DeWalt man, but yeah, I wish they weren't a 9.5. Now, are they microwave fireproof? Because Rachel, is your son on your Whatnot, or does he have his own? He's on mine. I'm fully aware that him selling on my eBay and on my Whatnot, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on that, guys. But you know what? I'm just really trying to help him. I don't think that he's eligible to have either, not being 18, right?
No.
I don't think you can. I mean, they're all little contracts. Every time you enter a contract with a buyer, you know. How does your delist and relist on Mercari?
I don't know if deactivating works the same. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, really?
Something I don't know.
Guys, listen. Talking about snakes, I got to tell you this real quick. So, my parents had like a lot of damage from the hurricane, and like their road was just flooded. They're kind of trapped there today, and then they ran out of fuel for the generator. You can't get out to get any more fuel. It was just kind of a thing. And one of the things that's damaged in their house is all of the soffits are completely ripped out. You just see the roof rafters when you look up, right? Mm-hmm. And my mom and my sister are outside walking in, and guess where? The snakes had to go somewhere when everything flooded. They were hanging out of the rafters. They're like getting into the attic of their house. Thanks. Yeah, that's really interesting. So they were like, they said they were hanging out of where, like going up into the attic, over the front door. Yeah, nice. Picked moss today. Are you going to sell the moss? Because who was it? Was it Kat that was saying that she sells moss on eBay? Yeah. Let's see here. I keep hearing, I think my husband has his volume up really loud. I keep like hearing myself. The live test was cool. I saw a lot of negativity in the comments across all of eBay Open. Probably not the best idea to anger the controllers of the algorithm.
Right. You should type, this is fabulous, and they'll give your store a bump.
Yes. Oh my gosh. RJLP loves you. Yeah, I don't know why I think people are like afraid of change, or just want to like, like, I don't know. They just want to be like against change all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't say
you've got to be able to adapt and move on. I mean,
you're right. Like you can never, change is always going to happen. You have to be evolving, or you're going to be that crabby old person that's like, Back in my day, we used to drive on the other side of the road. Like,
Yeah. So when eBay did their new listing, I don't know if you don't list on the desktop, you list on your phone.
only list on the desktop if I'm listing like multiples of the same thing.
Okay. So on the desktop, I don't remember, maybe a year ago, they're like, try our new listing tool. And so I tried it. And then you're like, oh, this is different, but it's kind of cool. But I just knew that I wanted to learn it and not be forced to do it. Like one day they're going to say,
You have a good point.
everybody has to do this.
Yeah.
So I always just try to, I might complain, but I just roll with it.
Yeah. Anthony, that sounds about right. USA Pickers, thank you so much. The Variety Flipper, hello. Yeah, Drew said I wear a 10 and a 10.5 depending on the boot. My daughters are Luna and I don't know how to pronounce the second one. Sayla? Is that
Yala?
Moon and Sky? I know the Luna is Moon, but is that Sayla, you think?
In Spanish, it'd be Ciela. I don't know.
Ciela. If your son is working for you under your business, you can pay him $12,000 a year tax free. I looked into that. I don't know exactly whether or not I qualify because I think you have to be registered as something maybe other than an individual sole proprietor. But I will continue to look into it because I could technically just be like paying him out of the business, and that could help. Oh my gosh, I would have freaked out. Oh, about the snakes. Yeah, right. Wolverine 1000 mile or Red Wing Iron Ranger boots. If you really want to spend some money, look into them. Oh, JK or Nick's boots. Keen. I'm telling you guys, he just really likes to walk. Like, does your husband have a tool brand that he really loves?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so, but I don't know what it is.
You gonna try to get your husband into reselling, or is he into reselling?
Well, he's kind of done computer stuff in the past, and we put him up on my eBay. And sometimes I'm like, what am I saying about this thing? He gives me a computer part and then he texts me the description. He's like, I really should maybe sell it on my own. I'm like, yes, start selling those on your own. But I sell for them just because, like I said, I have the longevity and the feedback.
That's how my in-laws are. She has a store, but he has like really cool engineering style stuff that he has for her to list. She's like, I don't know anything about this, even if someone asked me a question. So I was like, hey, maybe you could start like a store just for this. And then like, it's kind of, what do you think about niche eBay stores where people just sell one thing on their store? Like,
I think it's probably great, but
good for repeat business.
Yeah.
Dawn signed up under you. PD says listing on the desktop is so much faster.
I agree.
It just depends on what I'm listing, I guess. I haven't migrated to the new eBay listing tool, but I hear it's improving all the time. Oh, Trevor smells good, guys. I'm glad. I was so happy to get a shower this morning. Like, I needed to wash my hair. And, it's just one of those times where you're like, I just need like the kids to go to school so I can just get in the shower. I just am looking for a pair that aren't slip-on, and aren't insulated. His feet get hot, insulated boots, like, they're not for all the time. It's just not always a good thing. I just wanted to see how easy the moss was to pick up and how heavy it was. Apparently, people sell it by the pound or the gallon bag. Yeah, it depends on what type of moss it is, too. Yeah.
Monterey is beautiful. I grew up in Southern California.
That's right. Where at in Southern California?
Ventura.
Okay.
It's just north of like Malibu and Santa Monica.
So did you get to go like to the beach a lot when you were growing up?
I was right next to the beach. I was not a beach bum. No.
You're not.
I saw it every day, but I didn't go.
How did you get in Texas?
Family, my husband's family. They had a business that actually never panned out, but we came out here to help the business. So, and then once we got here, we're like, yeah, that's not going to work. So we found a different job, but it was fine. It was a good thing to be here. We're happy.
I'd say, I mean, Texas is nice. Like I think it's a beautiful state.
And then my parents joined us and everything. So it's good.
Oh, really? So no family left in Southern California, or?
My dad and stepmom are. Yeah.
Gotcha. Burns, I'm glad you're here. I need to attempt eBay again. Been a few years. Got to move about $5,000 worth of Pokemon. Hey, that would be good on Whatnot.
Like cards or toys or what?
There's already a fan base for Pokemon on Whatnot.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Rachel, you don't need to be a company or LLC. You could be a sole proprietor, but you have to go to the IRS site and get an EIN number. Okay. I could probably do that. Congrats on 10K. You so deserve it. Time to get you to 20K. Oh, man. I kept saying, like, to myself the last couple weeks, I'm like, I need to just like focus on eBay as soon as 10K happens, because it's honestly working 2 jobs trying to do YouTube and eBay. It is. I mean, guys, it's 5 hours, sometimes 8 hours, like head start to finish making a video is a full day of work. And I'm like, once I hit 10K, I need to like calm down on YouTube. I'm not calm down, like quit posting content, but like it's been my focus over eBay a lot lately. And I'm like, I got to get more stuff up on eBay. So yeah, to think about 20K right now, whew, it's hard. Yes, it is Sky. A kinder student actually suggested to name our daughter Selah because we already had a moon. Aw. Am I pronouncing Selah right? Am I saying? I grew up in Redondo Beach. Nice. Belk has Merrill's and Sorel. Sorel, am I saying that right?
Yeah, probably. Sorel.
On clearance plus 20% off. Nice. That's awesome. Courtney says, I've been listing like a machine and I'm behind on YouTube. It's like one will be up here and the other's down here, and then you try to balance it out, and it's hard. It really is. Once you hit 10K, it grows fast. This time next year, you'll be at 100K. That is the 4th person that said that in 2023, I'll hit 100K. That's the 4th person that said that. Christy, what if that really happened?
Yay, we could say we knew you when.
Then you'll have to come on for a 100K celebration. Yeah, it's a hard balance. Pockets and Stitches. Hello, Christy. You're killing it. I can't understand why you hesitated. Why did you hesitate saying yes to me?
I don't know, because it's people. I don't know. I'm awkward sometimes.
No, I've met you in person. You're not awkward at all. I work in the nuclear industry and we get keen at cost. Wow, that's crazy. Girls, I love everything about this, but I gotta go to bed up early tomorrow. I hope you sell $80,000 worth of flannels this weekend, Kristen. Drew said, everyone send me your boots on IG. But you say that I found you from Whatnot. Your guidance was super, super helpful.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. I just realized that I had like 7 to 10 messages and Whatnot. I had no idea that they were even there.
Oh.
Some of them were from late August. I just didn't know. I actually got accepted for Whatnot a couple weeks ago, about to have all the shipping material arrive from Amazon this weekend. You know, Whatnot uses USPS to ship, Burns, so you need to get on USPS.com and order shipping materials for free. As much
but
as
if it's first class, probably needs whatever, or card mailers or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Where do you get your poly mailers from? I order them off of eBay.
I usually succumb and still do Amazon, even though I was kind of trying to boycott Amazon. I didn't want to buy things on. I think I buy them on eBay and then sometimes Amazon. Staples once. Someone posted a deal somewhere that they were down to like 8 cents or something. They're just white. They're boring. They're white, but I don't care. So
yeah, I don't care what they look like.
I think it was Pure Hustle Podcast posted a good Staples deal. So I did that.
Especially right now, like Della's using my poly mailers, my labels, my bread bags. I'm like, you better be glad I love you, child.
I do the free UPS labels. I order them on UPS and they're free to roll up.
Yeah, I use a Brother printer, so I don't think it would.
They have a bunch of different sizes.
Well, they're like keys.
Yes.
They have like this little hole every label or every other label, and if it doesn't read that hole,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like a license thing. Drew picked that printer out for me for my birthday last year. Yeah. Sailor. Oh, that's beautiful. I hope that your first stream is killer, Burns. Just keep being you. Next thing you know, you'll be at 20K easily. I'm just going to keep pushing out content, and like putting out content that I really enjoy. I was just talking about how I see a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to put such and such on my channel because that's not the brand, or that, no, I'm going to like always put out exactly the video I want to make that day. And a lot of times that may be like something that God put on my heart to put in. And it's really funny because there was something really trivial in a video. This happened today. And I don't want to give like too many details because it was a personal situation. But there was something trivial in a video. And I thought, I'm going to take that out. I don't think anyone wants to watch that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to include it. It was actually my birthday video. I was like, this video has nothing to do with reselling hardly anyway. So I'm just going to include it. And then I got a message today about somebody that was going through something. And that part of the video is what they enjoyed the most.
Oh,
and I was like, I'm telling you, like, you never know who you're going to reach with what. Like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So let's be honest. I bought the DeWalt boots because they were $60 and I'm frugal. I think that was with shipping too. I'm awkward all the time. The good ones love you no matter how awkward. Thank God. I've been organizing this whole time. Y'all have been on making lots of progress. I bet her office looks good. Oh, look, Lisette is here. Look at me remembering names.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Is eBay yours and Christy's main platform? It is your main, right?
Yep, it's mine.
How many listings do you have on eBay?
850. I am trying to hit 900, but people keep buying my stuff.
Yeah, I think it would be great if I had no listings on eBay, if my stuff sold all the time. So like don't be worried about having a high number. I'm currently like just under 1,500 right now because I haven't been listing much lately. And how many do I list daily? I aim at trying to get like 10 up a day, but today I haven't listed.
I've been shooting for around 5 lately, and then I was doing really good at just taking 20 photos and then having those 20 photos ready to go for another day. And I was drafting, and that kind of got me through FlipCon, and it got me through like my kids starting school, and it got me through a couple of things where I was busy, and I think I've used them all up. And so tomorrow I have to like regenerate. So I've been trying for 5. I'd love to do 10, but I've been just trying to do 5.
Whatever's consistent. If you can get one listing up a day, list like one thing a day. Yeah. Christopher's cracking me up. First of all, thank you. $49.99 super chat. He says, just showing support. Maybe use the money to have snacks in the green room for your guest.
Have a snack.
Icebreakers. Nice.
My throat starts acting up.
He totally has a snack. I'm going to use the money to buy snacks for the 2 children that live upstairs.
Yeah.
Because groceries are crazy right now. So, Christopher, I thank you. And my Walmart grocery store thanks you, even though I may stop shopping at Walmart because our shelves are so empty lately. But seriously, from the bottom of my heart, he just bought, what did I say, like 3 or 4 things of salt and pepper shakers and then sends me a super chat. Only Christopher.
Yeah.
And it's got to be like 6 o'clock in the morning there.
Right.
You stayed up all night, man. She says, oh my gosh, Christopher's amazing. Nice. I can't read this, but I'll put it up there for you guys. I want to list for like 4 hours straight tomorrow. That's how I feel after I clean my office. Is that how you feel when you clean your office there, Christy?
Yeah, my office is so bad. Drew mentioned coming here to print labels, which I'm fine with. But I'm like, he's going to see my mess.
Is it like, did he end up coming there?
No, well, for tomorrow, so I have to talk to him in the morning about it. But
gotcha.
But because I guess he went old school and printed them. I'm telling all of his stories, but anyway, he printed them in the hotel and taped them on his bags this morning.
Wow, and that was probably a lot of items.
It was like 60. I don't know. He had a giant bag. He had a huge.
They're
bag.
Like, we're never letting this guy use the office space again. What did you sell, Coco? Woo-hoo. Christina wants to know what your sourcing schedule is like. Or are you like me and head out right after dropping off the kids at school to source, then come home and list, coffee in the car? I'm out. Why not? That's exactly what I do. I don't have to source much. I got junk all over the place here that I can list. If I source once a week, that would be more regular than what I currently do. I know people that source every day, and I'm like, are you a seller or are you a buyer? Because unless you're listing all of that every single day, like that's why you have 3 garages as a death pile.
Yeah. And so when I did a couple huge accumulations recently, I stopped the daily or every other day sourcing by a lot. So, because I still have stuff to go through my garage.
I know there's still stuff to like. I don't need to go buy anything. I need to list
Mhm.
this stuff. If Della goes straight into reselling, think of all the money he'll save on college. If he's going to college, he better get to work on some scholarships. He's so on the fence because he loves engineering and he's been studying civil engineering lately. And I'm like, you have to have a degree for that, son.
Mhm.
But he's also like, I don't know if I want to go to college. And he wants to go like travel around after high school. I'm like, well, if you find some way to pay for that, start, doing something now that can pay for that then. Yeah. I'm hitting the like button. I need some cha-ching. No sales so far today.
No.
They're all telling Christopher he's such a good guy. He is a good man. Drew, what was in the Innova box? Innova. I gotta know now. I gotta know what she means. She's just partying over here, Lisette is. I just wanted to see how easy they were to pick and how heavy it was. Apparently people sell it by I think she accidentally posted that again from earlier. The moss.
Yeah.
Excited to try eBay again. I used to stay away from it because of PayPal. Oh yeah, you don't have to use PayPal.
Yeah, I do manage payments or whatever.
Yeah. eBay owns PayPal, so I don't understand why they got away from them. And then what's the other one that everyone uses? Not Cash App, but Venmo. Venmo and PayPal are owned by the same company.
Yeah.
So eBay and PayPal and Venmo are all owned by there's probably 5
Right.
companies that own everything.
Right.
Don't you hate when they keep buying your stuff?
Just want to get to 1,000 listings. No, they can keep buying.
Lisette says she's as a love-hate relationship, almost at 300. That's awesome. I really want to hit 100 active listings.
Feels like it picks up. 300 was a good one.
I feel like when you get to 500 is when you start to get regular sales, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta say, I think my screen name looks good in blue. He's got that wrench. He's got to screenshot that now. What are your sourcing schedules? I can't believe I hadn't wrenched him before. Oh, she is having some copy paste issues. Having a hard time getting to 500. I'll list and it sells. It's definitely not about the number. It's about the consistency. That's true. If I had 200 all the time and those 200 items kept selling every 90 days, I'd be happy with that. If my inventory constantly turned over, because, I've got 1,500 items, but some of these items I've had listed for over 12 months. It's not about how many listed. Like, I don't want these things listed. I want them to sell. You know what I mean? So I'd be happy if I woke up tomorrow and had 0 listings and everything sold. I'd be like, yay. Wait, you gave Trevor a wrench? Has the internet turned upside down? Yeah, I think you were laying Israel down when that happened. I need to get that grind where I can list. What's your secret to being motivated? Is there a motivation secret to list?
Well, if it's a time period where I feel like I need to get it done, I do those Instagram posts where I make a goal and then I go back and I keep track on a little calendar. And so I'll either do weekly or whatever. And I'm doing 10 a day. And so I go on Instagram with a little calendar image and it's 10 on Tuesday, 12 on Wednesday, 8 on Thursday. And I post it so you all can see. So I just put it out there.
I feel like that helps me too.
Yeah. But then this month, there's just been, we all got sick. I went to FlipCon. I came home, it was back to school season. We all got sick. We've got some other family things. And my son just graduated and he's getting married. And I'm not doing it right now, but that's okay.
Well, sometimes you have to remember why you're self-employed.
Yep.
It's not all about a 40-hour a day hustle. It's not. Yeah. And when you want it to be in that season of your life, when you're trying to buy a new car, it can be. And then when you would rather spend the summer with your kids, you can do that too.
Yeah. And so next week is a pretty decent week. And so I'll probably give myself a 10-a-day goal next week because there's nothing gonna get in the way next week. I hope.
That's good.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm with you. The accountability is huge. Just putting it out there to everyone. I'm going to do this because then I'm it's going to happen. Christopher, if you're still here, I hope your flight is so amazing as you are, and get some sleep. He said he regains 8 hours on his 16-hour flight back.
It's cool.
That's crazy. It's weird. It's really weird. So it'll be the day before when I don't even know. It's 6 a.m. there, but yeah, it's weird. But Christopher, I hope it's an amazing flight. Rachel must have been desperate while I was gone putting Israel to bed. Yeah, I needed a mod. Christy's here.
I'm here.
Drew was putting Israel to bed. I had to have a mod. So I should give Mary a wrench too. Yeah. How does Mary not have a wrench? Give you a little jolt when you miss me. I'm gonna wrench Mary right now. What was I thinking to not have a wrench for her?
I don't know.
Oh wait, Profit Monsters is here in the chat.
I saw.
I'm trying to find Mary real quick. Mary, say something. There she is.
She's there.
Okay, Profit Monsters is a mod too, so there's enough people to take care of everyone in here.
Right.
Our community is having a sale this weekend, and I'm throwing my office in the drive. The chaos is real. You're throwing your office in,
like putting everything in your office out for sale at the community sale. Like,
really?
I don't know. That's what I.
Ooh,
I
babe.
sold a Burberry hat.
Oh my! You sold a Burberry hat?
I sold a Burberry hat. That's
Oh yeah. Like the not page boy
Black
style.
hat. Yeah,
like-
newsboy.
Yeah, that was cool. 70 cents for this scarf. If I saw a scarf and it looked like the Nova check, I would of course have to check it out. But if it actually was, I would have to avoid screaming in the middle of the thrift store.
Right.
That's insane. Yeah. No sales today for the Angie. Angie's Oddities said that's weird. That is weird. eBay no longer owns PayPal. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, the disc golf company. Oh yeah, he did tell me that he ordered some disc. Does anyone in your family play sports?
Yeah, my son plays disc golf. He just did his first tournament last weekend. It's like an amateur version of it, but I was messaging Danny about it. I'm like, okay, my kid's in his first tournament. I didn't go. He went with friends, but I was just sharing with her because he does that.
That's so cool. Nice. There's Profit Monsters. Hi. Sent you 2 clean workspace account. Okay. We gotta see. I gotta pull it up right now. I kind of like this interactiveness of me looking up stuff that you guys are sending me. We're gonna pull up Danny's clean workspace. She's been doing this the whole time we've been on, guys. She's been cleaning this up. Oh dang.
Nice. Oof, I wish.
That is super. Look at all that floor space she has.
Nice.
Look at that pretty rug.
Mine is so bad right now. So bad. So bad.
That looks really good, Danny. Like super good. Nice. Other Drew. It says chat. Blanket, hello. Look who else is here. Scott the Cha-Ching.
I was up near you the other day.
Oh, did you guys catch up? Well, apparently you did.
I was just hanging out with my family, but I was nearby.
Give everyone a wrench. Yeah, Scott's here now. He's got a wrench. Dang, it's all a lot of blue in the chat now. I've got the power. Scott should definitely be demoted. Wait. Oh, that's crazy. It's so hard not to source every day. I'm working on it. When you sell 18 karat gold necklace and purchase it for $7 and sell it for $33. That's nuts.
No, I haven't hit anything like that. Hey.
Just follow Christy on Instagram. Listen, guys, Christy's Instagram is in the description, and she posts so much good stuff on there. Want to see those calendar posts? Maybe I'll take the challenge and complete. You should do that. Like open it up as a challenge for everybody.
Yeah.
When sourcing, how do you tell if an item is vintage? If it's 20 years old or older, so 2002 right now is vintage. Is that insane, Couple Hunters? That's crazy.
2 of my children are vintage, so
2 of your kids are vintage. What 2 of your kids? My oldest, like I say, is 16. So we have I'm trying to check something real quick. Hang on just a second.
And you just start to learn the tags too. Like you just kind of start to, even just by the style, you're like, hey, the way that's stitched, they don't do that anymore, and you just kind of, and it's not always 100%, especially now people sometimes replicate a vintage tag because they like the way it looks, but I just kind of start to learn tags. And
that's true. And even like Ralph Lauren Polo is doing single stitch now, like replicated single stitch.
Right.
I bought the auction lot for $6 for the 8 scarves, but really wanted the vintage Ralph Lauren. 2 Novacek. 2? Oh, wow. No, I would say the Ralph Laurens were a bonus to the Novacek. That's nuts. Oh my gosh. My husband has these disc golfers that he watches They're like maybe Ukrainian or something. Do you guys watch these guys? One of them, they have like a really dry sense of humor. Drew, you're gonna have to tell them who it is. Wow, what a space! Everyone's jealous of your space. Nice, beautiful workspace. I feel the whole place is my workspace. Why did you choose the bathroom to take your pictures and process your inventory?
This house doesn't have wall space at all, and it's just for the clothing. But I just don't have wall space. Like, people use a big empty wall, and the way it's cut up and the way I have things in the wall, like shelves and mirrors, there's no other wall space. So there's just room in here. And then our dining room. So you walk in the house, and the left is an office with French doors, and to the right is a really small dining room. The dining room is my office. So I have metal shelving in there and
in the dining room.
In the dining room.
Oh, nice.
We keep saying we're gonna maybe put me up some curtains or something, but we don't have anybody over. I mean, we started this in 2020, so, and then the people who do come over are my family and friends, and they get it. So it's not like.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, why am I always prepping certain spaces in my house for guests that aren't here? And the ones that do show up, like you say, they know me and they don't care.
Yeah. And we use our back gate from our driveway. We don't even use our front door. So my fancy dining room is an office and an eBay inventory room.
Scott, I definitely look at old family photos and like Halloween costumes and stuff. And I'm like, if I still had that. North Georgia Flipper, hello. I'm glad that you're here. Wait, Junk Monkey said, if my daughter is vintage, does that make me antique?
Oh, is it 50 is antique? I'm not there yet. I don't.
I thought 100. I thought it had to be 100 years old to be antique, but I could be wrong. Somebody in the chat tell us. Let's see here. We are all antiques, Rob. Nice. Sorry, I'm so congested tonight, guys. I probably really sound like it. I told my son earlier, I was like, I have to conceal my nose because it's so red from
I just have this little lingering cough from what, and it's constant tickle.
Really? You just can't seem to get rid of it, huh? No. There's so many disc golfers. It's nuts. I'm glad that you're here, Debbie. We have a course in our neighborhood. In your neighborhood, they have tournaments here every few months. That's so cool. They have really limited disc golf options around here. I take pictures in my bathroom too. It's dog hair free, and I can hang my clothes in the shower curtain rod. Your bathroom, Christy, has like the backgrounds that people would pay, to have like a faux stone background. And
there's like a whole stone wall that you would hang your towels, but I hang inventory.
It's so good. It's so good. Same problem. I use a floor in a tiny hall. I mean, wherever we can list stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Our living room ended up being our office. Now that we're in the new house, the basement is now our business area. Yeah, I try to stick to this one bedroom in the basement, but guys, if you saw the main part, like the living room of my basement right now, after Dello and I went to the auction, you really can hardly move around in there. We've decided to redo our dining room. We literally don't use it. So my dining room is going to become a photography studio. Yeah. Antique is 100. Classic is 50. Classic for cars is only 25.
Almost classic.
Yeah, because my 98 Eclipse is technically a classic car. Isn't that funny? I do feel like that, Scott. I just wish I could go through these old photos. Yeah, that's true. Disc golf is blowing up. It's going to be the next big sport. I feel like it already is. You don't ever hear everyone's disc golfing. That's nuts. That's nuts. Confession time. I've never played disc golf. I've played. Have you played?
No.
Wait, your kids disc golf and you don't?
No.
Not even for fun. Let's see how bad I can be at this, because that's me.
Nope. I haven't even been to the park with them.
You have to go.
No, I'll go. Yeah. They have
free
fun.
To play. Good point. Good point. Free to play. Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't imagine that. I'm so bad that Israel was probably 3 or 4 years old and he would play alongside me and it didn't hurt my score. We would share. I throw it, he throws it. It did not hurt my score. I would have probably done worse had he not been helping me as a 3-year-old. Nice. You guys are all still chatting it up, but I promised Christy that I would keep her for 2 hours. So I hate to keep you longer than I mean, That's a lot.
I can't believe it's been 2 hours, honestly.
That's what I told. She's like, I don't know if I could do the whole 2 hours. I was like, you're gonna be like, I can't even believe it's already been that. Wait. I challenge any reseller to disc golf. If you win, I'll give you $500 in vintage shirts to sell. Drew, can it be a non-reseller? Because I could fly Drew into Florida to disc golf against you. And I could get the t-shirts when he wins. What do you think? Favorite foods. What's your favorite food?
Chocolate, cheese.
Chocolate and cheese. My favorite type of food is Indian. And if I had to pick like one food that I would never want to see like evaporate, it would be a tomato. They're in everything.
Yeah.
You can make marinara and ketchup, and I sound like Forrest Gump with the shrimp gumbo thing right now. But tomatoes is probably my favorite food. A tomato.
Mexican food.
Mexican?
Yeah.
Mary says, it's been 2 hours? We just played the evening instead of making my video. Video had to wait till later. That's true. Sometimes it just has to wait. He said, or one Ewok Star Wars shirt. Yes, before we go, will you tell people that don't know the story about the Ewok shirt, like start at the beginning at Donna's auction?
Okay. Yeah, so I started watching Donna and T. I can't remember which channel, but they both go on each other's channel. So I think I was actually on T's channel, but it was Donna's auction. So she just auctioned things on YouTube, and I bought a few things from her in the past. And she was doing single t-shirts. Like one was a Harley shirt and one was another shirt. And then this one was an Ewoks shirt. And it looked really clean and white, and it had like a watercolor print. And she showed the tag, and it said Disney Character Fashions. I'm like, that's a good shirt. I think I'm going to bid this one. So I thought it was a $200 t-shirt. So I bid it to $34. I was willing to go to about $50, I told myself. So that's kind of high for a t-shirt on a YouTube auction. So I bought it for $34. And then I held on to it. I was scared. I didn't know what to do with it. I researched it. I couldn't find anything about it. I put it on Instagram. I was going to ask Drew, but I'm like, oh, he doesn't know who I am. But you tagged Drew, Profit Monsters. So then we messaged a little bit, and he's like, $9.99, listed high, just $9.99.
And we're talking $999, guys, not $9.
And I'm like, no. And then I did a little bit more research. I talked to one other guy on Instagram. He wasn't quite as nice as Drew, but that's okay. So I did. I listed it at $9.99, and then I got instant like $250, $300 offers, and I just held, and I took a $650. So I took a $650 offer on this.
$650, guys, for a t-shirt.
Yeah. And it was one size fits all, and which was kind of odd. And
so like it was an extra large.
Yeah. And it was kind of almost a night shirt, but not quite. I don't know. And it was single stitch, and it was clean. It had one ink spot. And I just knew, because I'm a Disney fan and a Star Wars fan, and I grew up in the 80s, and I'm like, that's good. So my profit was closer to around $500 once I shipped it, insured it, eBay fees, all that kind of stuff. And it's in Courtney's video. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Debbie said, I was in a meeting at the time when it was being auctioned, saw your bolo for featuring Courtney's video. Yeah.
I don't, the person who was bidding with me with Donna hasn't come out and said, I was bidding against you. I don't remember who it was who was bidding with me. So.
Oh, I bet they're like kicking themselves for not going to $35. Actual grail. It's insane. It's insane.
I found one more. I did enough digging. I found one more. So there are 2 known in existence. But yeah.
That's nuts. Listen, this also brings up a really good point that she's like, I knew Drew was like the guy to ask, but I didn't want to like bug him where he doesn't know who I am. Mm-hmm. No, guys, if you know somebody on YouTube or Instagram or whatever is like the person to go to, message them. Yeah. Like, I get messages every day about like Coach and Louis Vuitton, and like that's my niche. And like vintage t-shirts, you bet I'm gonna be asking Drew. Like, it is 100% why people put out content. Like, wouldn't you just be flattered, if nothing else, that someone come to you to ask you about something that they thought you were an expert in? Like,
and then I went to lunch with him today, and it was awesome. So
that's so cool. What'd you guys have for lunch?
We went to Whataburger.
Oh yeah, duh, you said that. Whataburger. That's so funny. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Christy, I hope that you had a good time hanging out with everybody. I know they had a good time meeting, getting to know more about you. Please, guys, go follow Christy on Instagram. This second part of her name here, Mom's Closet text. That's how you'll find her on Instagram. So if you put in moms and then just a space, it automatically populates that underscore now. So Drew Strickland really is the best at vintage shirts. Yeah, right. Yeah, please follow Christy on Instagram until we can pressure her to start a YouTube channel, guys. And
I have one, but all it is toys being tested. It's like,
oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in there and
go
like
there.
all your videos,
Just
all of them.
Mhm.
Nice. Do you know where Donna got the Ewok shirt from?
Well, she was on her like road trip up in Maine or Massachusetts, and she had been going to various places and just picking stuff up at a thrift store or antique place, and then instantly putting them on her channel like the very next day.
Yeah, because she didn't want to take them
come
home.
back to Florida. So she got it like in Maine or Massachusetts or New Hampshire or something like that at a thrift store or something like that.
Absolutely insane. Land Shark Picker is here. Hello. Courtney, we were just talking about you. We talked about the Ewok shirt. Pointing everybody again over there to Bolo's Buddy video if you want to see that and all the other incredible Bolos. But Christy, I'd be super flattered if you would throw out my catchphrase to everybody to end this broadcast. We thank you guys for being here, and she's going to be the one to tell you guys.
Treat your business like your business.
Bye, guys.